Intercontinental Championship at this point in time. Dominik Mysterio has the title, but he's more onto Triple A because I think he's a World Heavyweight Champion at this point in time, if I'm not mistaken. Have the Intercontinental Championship on Grayson Waller. Have him elevated. Grayson Waller has that thing. Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, they have that superstar, how can I say, edge to them. They can carry those titles and elevate them. Grayson Waller could have faced so many people on the roster by now. We could have had him go against Dragon Lee. We could have had him go against Panther. We could have had them go against Julius Creed. Julius Creed, the Creed brothers, ever since Chad Gable has left for injury, they're no longer on TV. They're no longer to be considered. And given the fact that now we've turned Kairi Sane into what I would call a comedy prop for Oscar, imagine if we had Kairi Sane competing for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We've got a character out of the whole feud between Lana Valkyria and Bayley. Bayley's going through her own personality disorder, which is great to see because she's basically advancing her character. She's having PTSD of being the hugger and being Ding Dong Bayley. So that's always great to see because now we have a character development in the works. But it doesn't help having character development when that character doesn't go after bigger, better things. The New Day loses the title, goes back on a hiatus or like misses the show for 2 weeks after Finn Balor and Jason McDonough have obviously defeated whatever championship or opponents that they've had at that point. Have the New Day come back, hit them with steel chairs, injure the Judgment Day. Because at this point in time, are the Judgment Day a heel faction or a babyface faction? Everybody wants Finn Balor, even me. Finn Balor went on NXT and he had his old theme song back. Why is it that on NXT you guys have your original theme songs, but you don't have them on the main roster? Finn Balor got out to his original theme song, got a standing ovation. I retweeted it. I went crazy because I saw Finn Balor doing the hand gesture. So for me, split up the Judgment Day. It's done. Raquel Rodriguez, powerhouse. The other lady who's it, I'm just gonna get her name now because I've forgotten it. But they call her the student of the game. Have them split apart the Judgment Day. Split apart the Judgment Day because the Judgment Day at this point in time, it's not working. It's not working. I need the Judgment Day to split up. I need these people in different areas of this. Natalia is booked as a Raw superstar. Natalia is doing great work outside of the WWE than she is in the WWE. Why they're not trying to capture that whole character that she has built outside of the company and have it on the main roster, I will never know. I will never honestly know. Stephanie Valkyrie as the women's champion, for me, great move. She's a great champion. But we can't have only a great champion. We need a great champion with great storyline and great character development. Doesn't help for us to have one-liners every day to say, if you want the fight, I will give it to you. I need to know Stephanie Valkyrie aside from who she is in the ring. She's a great competitor. She's a great wrestler inside, technical, very great at wrestling. And as she said, wrestling is my first language, but I need her character to develop. I need these titles. I need opponents that will show me who she really is. We have Rusev, we have Sheamus. I need Rusev and Sheamus to be in a tag team. I need Rusev and Sheamus to be in a tag team, a heel tag team faction. I need Rusev to convince Sheamus to go back to his old Finley inspired days where he just goes crazy on everyone. Roxanne Perez, that's the name I was looking for. Roxanne Perez would make a great Intercontinental Champion. We can have her in the vying for running for that championship. And Nikki Bella, I have no idea what she's doing on the roster. She's just always there for moral support, it seems. Just there to cheer on whoever she thinks is the best at the time. It's not working. We need a heel Nikki Bella. We need to find out what she's actually aiming for. What is her direction? Rhea Ripley is obviously going to be going against Stephanie Valkyrie anytime soon. Anytime soon, it's Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is the hottest female superstar, I think, in the WWE. And it would be a shame to not see her, obviously, not go after the World Heavyweight Championship. Liv Morgan is out injured, so we can keep the team for Roxanne Perez and what's this lady's name? Why do their names? I get Roxanne and I forget the other one. I get the other one and then I forget Roxanne. It's giving subscribe for my memory loss. Like the video. Raquel Rodriguez. We can keep Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez in the same team just for the investment for when Liv Morgan does come back. So it's also injury stuff that's happening, but it's also storyline progression stuff that's happening. The Usos are back on Monday Night Raw, but it seems that the Usos are not on the same page, so they're defeating the purpose of having a tag team to try and lift up the tag team division on Raw, because it seems now Jimmy Uso has come back to assist Jey Uso. Hear me out. We have Jimmy Uso turn on Jey Uso because he's starting to become a selfish Roman Reigns knockoff. I think it's time we put a singles title on Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso can either go after the Intercontinental Championship, or crazy enough, Seth Rollins. Nobody seems to mention the fact that Seth Rollins is on every show. Seth Rollins is basically active in every storyline. If he doesn't have a storyline, he will make one. We just got on one now with Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins has never missed a match, doesn't miss a Monday Night Raw, doesn't even miss any PLEs. But nobody seems to give him the flowers, the fact that he is the workhorse, he is the standard bearer of what a WWE superstar is. Remember, a lot of people left the company because of the traveling that keeps them away from their family. I think the other advantage is the fact that his wife is also a wrestler, Becky Lynch. But at the end of the day, the fact that he doesn't miss any show, the fact that he's always trying to elevate certain superstars. A lot of people were complaining about the fact that Monday Night Raw is ending with the same script. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins standing over someone. That's the whole purpose of the vision. It's power, it's dominance, it's taking over the locker room. You're not going to portray that if you're always being defeated or always being outsmarted. But that's how you end the show, to show that the upper level of this show, the highest peak, the peak of this show, of this company, is this group. Under this group, there may be other groups, but the biggest, most dominant group is obviously Seth Rollins' group. And Seth Rollins has the title to show that he's one of the most dominant superstars. You can say whatever you want to say about Roman Reigns, had the greatest 4-year run that we've ever seen. But Seth Rollins has been running from NXT till now. From NXT till now. Obviously, we've had Roman Reigns try to figure himself out because he was pushed down our throats due to management. Yes, Vince did see the vision in what Roman Reigns could be, but he didn't allow him to capture that vision and mold it in his own. When he was given that platform to mold his own vision, mold his own character, we got the Tribal Chief, one of the greatest. But we've been having character development from Seth Rollins since day one. The Architect, the Kingslayer, the Messiah. The Messiah was one of the craziest ones. But now he's back to being the visionary, the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. So for me, he is what every superstar in that company would aspire to be. Never miss a show, never miss a title. Yes, he's prone to injury here and there, but his last injury was obviously a fake. It's been a long time since he had knee issues. Before you say I'm glazing, before you say I'm, gobbling up whatever Seth Rollins is throwing at, for me, he is the perfect standard bearer to what a WWE superstar is. And I loved the fact that he included LA Knight, Jey Uso, in his rise to power at this point in time, and also CM Punk. CM Punk as well became World Heavyweight Champion for 5 minutes, 40 seconds. And as Drew McIntyre would say, lasted 5 minutes more than what we do in bed. I don't know why we always catch strays from these superstars, but anyway. CM Punk is also a marquee guy. There was a video that I once watched where Triple H defines what a marquee guy is. It's that no matter what character you place him in, or what match you place him in, he becomes an attraction. CM Punk doesn't need the World Heavyweight Championship, but the fact that he's competing at a high level for that World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins. Like I've always said, my theory with Seth Rollins' reign is the fact that Seth Rollins picks out the people who he believes he needs to elevate to higher levels and has feuds with them. That's why he was feuding with so many people at the same time. But at the end of the day, we can only focus on one person, which is CM Punk. So once we're done with CM Punk, we can maybe have LA Knight back in the title picture going one-on-one. Jey Uso seems like he's going to be trying to focus on the Universal Championship. So, like I said, the tag team division on Monday Night Raw doesn't need a divided Uso. It doesn't need a divided Jimmy and Jey Uso. It needs a united Jimmy and Jey Uso to try and reclaim the Raw Tag Team Championships. Yes, it was a great run where Jey Uso was World Heavyweight Champion, but now his brother is there with him. Does he then start asking himself, when my brother is here, do I use my brother to try and help me regain my previous tribal chief status to say, or do I then elevate the Usos higher and higher? And what happens when Jimmy makes the selfish decision to be there for himself to try and win a title for himself? We'll never know. But those are just the things that I've been picking up from the shows. I don't know what you guys have picked up. Maybe you guys have seen a different view from what I've seen with obviously SmackDown and Raw. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. The main problem, the main issues with these titles. Obviously, we can't focus on the bad as always, but there's certain things that have been left so unanswered. Randy Orton, when is he gonna finally turn heel? This whole babyface run was good to see. It was great to see him come back from Survivor Series from the injury, jacked as hell. Imagine a jacked up, unhinged, crazy ass Randy Orton. So take the body that Randy Orton has now and place the mind of 2009 Randy Orton in it. Who would have made the most perfect heel of this generation. So I need that Randy Orton back. I need the New Day to realign themselves, to stop the comicky, gimmicky stuff. It's fine. You were mourning the titles. Now it's time to get serious. It's time to do heel stuff. Obviously, Xavier Woods might be out because of a surgery that he had, but put Kofi Kingston with Grayson Waller in this instance and have them be better than what Kofi Kingston was with Xavier Woods, so we can have Xavier Woods either turning on Grayson Waller or Kofi Kingston. It's as easy as that. We're still waiting on a report as to when Eli Dragunov will be back. Gunther is also missing out of action. I think he's also injured. So a lot of injuries that are basically stopping us, but we need our superstars to be visible. We need them to be in the ring, at it. The whole El Grande Americano situation, I don't know. At some point, I thought it was Ludwig Kaiser taking over from Chad Gable because they had a conversation. And once Chad Gable comes back, he would then reveal the fact that, well, not reveal, like give hints at the fact that him and Ludwig Kaiser had a conversation. Then that would create tension with the Creed brothers saying, how would you trust Ludwig Kaiser over us? Why did you not install this monumental character upon us so we can get elevated? Then we can have a feud between Ludwig Kaiser with Chad Gable versus the Creed brothers. Then we have a story there. But Creed brothers are non-existent. They're listed on the roster. I don't know if any of them is injured. I don't think any of them are injured. Obviously, Ludwig Kaiser is doing a great job with portraying El Grande Americano, but then we have two other El Grande Americanos. So is it a faction? Is it a distraction? I just made another rhyme. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And what are we doing with the El Grande Americano character? Because obviously it was used to elevate Chad Gable. So what are we doing with it now at a point where we can have these superstars elevated? Io Sky, love the work that she's been doing. She's doing great. Obviously trying to play mediator between Asuka and Rhea Ripley. So before Rhea Ripley can go for the Women's Heavyweight Championship, I think we have Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Banger match. Book it. Take my money. I'm there for all of it. So yeah, like I've been saying, there's a lot of things that we need to pay attention and detail to. The hype behind the shows is there. The talent is there. LA Knight, we need to do something. Logan Paul is registered as a Raw superstar, but yeah, I did like, yeah, there we go. So I don't know, guys. You guys let me know. Comment down below. What are some of your thoughts that you would like for us to discuss on the channel? Like I said, I'm back outside. I'm recording. I'm posting a whole lot more on TikTok. I must say I'm enjoying the interactions more on TikTok than I am on any other social media platform. But any other social media platform you guys are comfortable with, let's comment. Let's talk more wrestling. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Share the channel. Subscribe. Simon says, please subscribe. Simon says, please like. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And if you've made it this far, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. And as always, peace.